Hey kids! Welcome back to Vibe Kids Online. What have you been up to this week? Why don't you send us through some videos or pictures of your week? And if you've worked really hard to learn this week's memory verse, you can also send that over to us. You can send it to hello@vibeni.com or through to us on our Facebook page or We Are Vibe Kids on Instagram. This week's lesson plan is ready and waiting for you over on our website, and you can download it or print it and follow along with today's lesson. There are lots of little extra things in there, so you don't want to miss out. There's worship time, games, crafts, lots of other little bits and pieces, so make sure that you check that out during the week. If you've missed any of our series on grace, then you can catch up at any time over on our YouTube channel. It's now time for today's lesson. Over the past few weeks, we've been looking at our theme, grace. So far we've covered number 1, how can I be a good person? Number 2, why don't people get what they deserve? And number 3, today's is heart versus God. Heart versus God? What does that mean? Well, it's simple really. You see, sometimes we feel like doing things, feel like saying things, or even feel like acting a certain way. But sometimes the way we feel, well, that maybe doesn't make God happy. You see, our hearts without Jesus, well, they're really, really sinful. And so rather than just going with the flow or going with our feelings, it's much better for us to obey God and to do what He tells us in His book, the Bible. Today's point is, my heart doesn't measure up, but God's grace can clean it up. Why don't you say today's memory verse with me? Romans 3:23. Everyone has sinned, no one measures up to God's glory. Why don't you say it with me one more time? Romans 3:23. Everyone has sinned, no one measures up to God's glory. Great job! Today's story is also taken from the book of Romans, and we're going to learn even more about God's incredible grace. It's now time to head on over to Connect HQ and to meet the new guy in town, Captain Cool. You can do that by clicking on the link below. See you next week, kids. Bye!